everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is JoJo for those of you who are new and stopping by, and for those of you who are returning, hi there, welcome back. Today I'm going to be closing out my sinking funds for the month of October. Oh my goodness, I had to pause. I'm like, are we really already closing this out? But yeah, it's a thing. So I'm just closing out sinking funds for October, and then I'll set up my new sinking fund tracker for the month of November. Can't believe it, but that's it. I'm gonna get you guys switched over to my paycheck budget view, which is where I have keep track of my transactions from the sinking funds categories, and just kind of give you an idea of what we had spent our money on this month from these categories. It was a lot, but that's what they're there for. They're these intermittent expenses that are expected, that are larger, and that I can just kind of save up for little bits at a time. So that money is sitting there waiting for me to use it, but use it responsibly. Okay guys, I'm gonna get you switched over to the paycheck budget view and we'll get started. All right, so here we are at my paycheck budget sheets. For those of you who are new here, this is just one sheet that I've created to kind of house all of the financial information that I want at a glance. It has a table for our income, fixed expenses, variable expenses. Then down here is the sinking funds table, which is what we're going to be focusing on today. And then at the bottom is just a way for me to track my debt. So the paychecks I'm going to be using are paycheck number 2 from the month of September. My husband and I get paid every other week, and just how our paychecks fell, the months, like paycheck number 2 for September didn't cover bills or expenses just from the dates in September. It obviously ended up trickling over into the first week of October. So I'm using paycheck 2 from September, and then paycheck number 1 for October. Oh, I'm sorry. And then paycheck number 1 for October. So you can see that the dates it's looking at goes from September 25th until October 22nd. So I'm counting that as my October sinking funds, just for simplicity. Now, down here to the sinking funds table. So this was for my week 3 and week 4 check-in for paycheck number 2. But I had purchased some Latisse, and that's what this My Face category is. And any money that I have left over from the spending kind of allowance or allocation that my husband and I get every paycheck, it's $40 to last us 2 weeks. Anything that I have left over from that, I roll into this My Face sinking fund. And that's just for, you know, those more expensive beauty purchases, or if I want to splurge on something, I have that money there. Next, for gifts, it was my birthday month. So that was just part of my present. And then car maintenance, we had to purchase a new battery for the car. Home maintenance, our HOA fee came out. Home maintenance, we'd been staining our fence, so we had to purchase a new paint sprayer for that because our last one had broke, and that was just a lot less expensive than paying someone to come and do it. There was also some other various things. We're just preparing our house for winter, you know. Kids' clothes, that one's pretty self-explanatory. I have 3 kids. They always need something. Next is holiday. This was all for Halloween, just with decorations, costumes, candy, all that fun stuff. Clothes, we have a different category for clothes for adults, and then again more clothes for kids, always needing something again. And then for Christmas, I've started getting gifts for Christmas, and then school pictures. Those were all of the things we spent during October from our sinking funds categories. Now what I'll do is switch you guys back over to that sinking funds table. We'll plug in all of these numbers, figure out what we're ending October with and starting November with. Okay, so here we are back at the October sinking funds table. I'm just going to start plugging in those numbers. So for home maintenance, we had used $92.65. Our HOA, that had come out at $114. And I did, you'll see, of course, the whiteout. I couldn't actually remember what our HOA was, and it is quarterly. It's $114 every quarter, so I had to shift around some allocations. Our tags for our car ended up being less, so I took away from what I was allocating to that and then added it to the HOA to make up that difference. Next on the list is clothes for adults. We had used $55.87 from that category. Clothes for kids was $61.25. Next was holidays. A lot out of this one. If you couldn't tell, Halloween is a big holiday around our house. Next was Christmas. As is Christmas, I think, for, a lot of people, or any sort of celebration. It's just so nice to have something to celebrate right now. Next was car maintenance. That was $119.91. And I do have some tags coming up. My husband just needs to get the car smogged. And then we'll pay, so you guys will see a purchase coming from this. Next was school pictures. So that was $83.41. Oh my goodness, my 8 was a little scrunched. Then what we had at the end was, let me see this, my face. There we go. That was $97.98. So in total, what we had utilized from our sinking funds for the month of October was $884.42. Now what I will do is just go through and update this ending column, and then I'll come back with at the end, and we'll update what we are ending October with as far as totals. So I'm just going to add, subtract, and then we'll come up with our new total. All right, so everything has been plugged in with our new balances. And I will tell you guys, a new thing that I did was I put this into an Excel spreadsheet and just used the formulas in Excel to help me calculate these. And that's a new thing for this October sinking fund closeout, because before what I was trying to do was all this math on my calculator, and it was taking me so long because I would plug the numbers in incorrectly because it's a lot of numbers. But now with my Excel spreadsheet, it is so easy. I'm a lot quicker at typing numbers into a computer than I am at writing them, and a lot more accurate as well. I think just because of a lot of my work that I do is on a computer. But anyways, I do enjoy having a physical form of this though. It's nice to write down the numbers. It kind of feels like it sets into my brain more when I do that. But yeah, so that is what our new ending numbers are. And then I'll just plug these into November, and that's will show me what we're starting November with. So, and I did forget this my face because I forgot to put it on my paycheck number 2 sinking fund sheet, but I did have $1.46 left over from my $40 spending money to add to that my face category. So that's what's been added here. So what we ended up contributing, it's always $935 for all of these categories, but the my face one obviously varies. And what it ended up being was $936.46. What we are ending with is $4,229.75. All right, so now here we are at November. Everything has been transcribed from October's ending balances to November's beginning balances. Now there are some negatives in here for car maintenance and school pictures, but I'm not expecting to have any money coming out of those. Oh, I do need to update though. So I'll update what's being added to each of these because they're going to get contributions in November that will kind of help bring them back up to a positive balance. And then obviously, you know, my overall balance is not negative. It's just these two categories. And if I'm having issues getting them built back up, I'll just kind of cash flow some money into those or cash flow any expenses that would have come out of these categories. But that is going to wrap up this video, you guys. Sinking funds are closed out for October. We're set for November. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're enjoying the contents of the channel, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you along with us on this journey to financial freedom.